This is going to be a complete tutorial on Megaminx last layer. I'm going to start off with orientation and specifically edge orientation. So the first case we're going to look at is going to be this. You can see that these three edges are solved while these two, paying no attention to the corners at this stage. When it's like this, you want to hold it in the back left, so you only will affect these two with F, U, R, U prime, R prime, F prime. You can see that that is just F, inverse sexy move, F prime. The next case we're going to look at is going to be this case, where instead of this edge being flipped here, it's over here. So you can see it's like this Y shape, and you want to hold the two in the top left. And this is very similar to the last one. This step of doing a inverse sexy, you're going to do F, sexy move, F prime. If you don't know, sexy move is F, R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime. For the last case, it's only when there's one edge oriented and all the rest. Once again, you want to put in the top left and do F, the first case, U prime, in the second case. So once again, that's F, U, R, U prime, R prime, F prime, U, F, R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime. And that's how you solve it. And those are the only possible cases for edge orientation, unless it is the star is already solved, like this. For corner orientation, the first case we're going to look at is like this, when we have these two and these three are flipped like this. You might recognize this from a 3x3 case as very similar because it's the same, where it's just a soon. That's on 3x3. For Megaminx, it's just R, U, R prime, U, R, U2 prime, R prime. And that's all. The next case is this, where it's very similar to the last one, where two are like this and they're like leading, except for some reason this one's over here instead of like what you think would be over here. This case is the same on 3x3 as this case, where it's just what's it, anti-soon. And you might know this from just messing around, but you can do it like with R's without the U2 at the start, like this, where you have it here and the three are here, like that. And that's basically all it is, except that's a bit different. So anyways, it's just R, U2, R prime, U prime, R, U prime, R prime. So that, once again, this is here and it's pointing this way is how I recognize it, and then these two are over here. The next case we're going to look at is this, where it's just soon again, except if you remember from before, they were facing us, but now they're kind of pointing away. So what I do is you could do it left-handed, but what I do is I do it with R's, like I showed on 3x3, with R prime, U prime, R, U prime, R prime, U2, R. Once again, soon, except they're going away, so you put it here, do this og. The next case is the same, where it's like these two are here, but this one's not where you think it should be. But I recognize it as these two are messed up and this one's here, and it's facing towards us. So we want to put it over here and do R prime, U2 prime, R, U, R prime, U, R. So once again, it's facing towards us this time, so you put it back here. The next case we're going to look at is this. It's also very similar to this case, if you know it, the two headlights on 3x3, where you do double soon, and that's what this case is going to be like. So you see this one solved, these two are facing this way and this way, so it says R, U, R prime, U, R, U prime. And then normally for a soon we would finish it like that, but now we're here, and you go R prime, U. Oh, sorry, I messed it up. So soon, get to here, and then finish it. So that's R, U, R prime, U, R, U prime, R prime, U, R, U2 prime, R prime. Now for a case very similar to that one, it's the same, but the corners are kind of facing this way and then this way, as you can see. And it's going to be the same, except instead of doing double soon, we're going to do double anti-soon. So R, U2, R prime, U prime, R, U, R prime, U prime, R, U prime, R prime. So once again, they're facing like this. The next case we're going to look at is like this. You can see it's kind of a combination of the last two, where these two are pointing this way and these two are pointing like this. You might recognize this on 3x3 as this case, where headlights and these, where you do this. And it's very similar once again. So for this case, it's R, U2, R2 prime, U prime, R2, U prime, R2 prime, U2, R. Once again, these two are pointing like this, these are pointing here. For the opposite of that case, it's like this, where you can now see the headlights are pointing this way here, and these two are pointing like this here. So for this case, you want to hold it so these two are over on the left, and it's going to be R prime, U2 prime, yeah, R2, U, R2 prime, U, R2, U2 prime, R prime. So once again, these two are here, these two are this way, you put it so it's like here, do the alg like this. Next we have this case where it's headlights, but it's facing like this way, and it's just only this. So you want to do a rotation like this, so the top layer is now in front of you, and go push that there. So it's just a column. So R, U, R prime, D, and then basically put it back. So it's a really fast one if you do it right. Next is this alg, where these two are pointing like this, and it's a very fast case once again. It's just So yeah, very fast. Just these two are like this. Everything else is solved. Very nice case. Now we have this, where it's like the last case that was like this, and they were pointing this way. Now they're pointing this way. You want to hold it like this and do this case. That case is also very common on 3x3. Set it up. This case, where it's like these, and a lot of people will solve it like that with the back move. So it's the same on Megaminx. Next we have this case where it looks like it should be this case on 3x3, but don't let that fool you. It is actually different. So you have this piece solved here, and you want to put it here. So the headlights are on the right, and these two point here. Now you will kind of want to start it off like a soon, like this, and you'll get to this point, and then you want to insert it with the E2. So once again, it's a very nice case. This case where these two point up like this, and then these two come here, you just want to hold it like this. That's all it is. It's one of the worst cases, but it's not that bad. No, this is the last for non-5 cycles, or non-5 orientation corners. So it's just headlights, and it's very similar to a different case I showed earlier, where you do the soon thing like that. But if you remember, you moved it here and then inserted it like that. This time it's like this originally. You want to do U2 and insert it like that. So once again, it's the soon thing, U2, insert normal. And that's all it is. Now we are left to only the last two cases, which are both 5 cycles, or non-oriented corners. So there's only 2 cases, and both of them will have headlights. So the first thing I do when I see that there is no corners oriented, I put the headlights in the back left like this. Now I look at these 3 and see if I have a soon or an anti-soon, or a lefty soon, I guess. Now this is the non-normal soon, so now I put the headlights here and do this AUG. So that's all. So headlights, not normal soon, put the headlights here. Now for the other case, it's just the same, except you put the headlights here, and now you have soon instead of anti-soon, or other soon, I guess. So now we see what case we have. Now this AUG is very easy. It's just soon, U prime, soon. So headlights, soon, the AUG, soon, U prime, soon. Now that's all the cases for orientation. Hope you enjoyed. Part 2 will be on permutation.